What if I told you that every decision you've ever made created a version of you in a parallel universe? What if you could move to one of those realities with just one choice? I'm talking about the idea that every time we make a decision, the universe splits, creating alternate versions of ourselves, living out all the possibilities we could have chosen. It's called the many worlds theory, and it might just be the key to understanding our reality or realizing that we're living in a multiverse. What is the many worlds theory? Okay, so let's start with the basics. The many worlds theory comes from quantum mechanics. It was first proposed by physicist Hugh Everett in the 1950s. What he suggested was that for every possible outcome of a decision, the universe splits into multiple versions of itself, each one experiencing a different reality. So when you make a choice, no matter how small, it creates a new reality, a new timeline, where that choice plays out. Imagine this. You're standing at a crossroads. You have two choices, turn left or turn right. In one reality, you turn left, and your life plays out one way. In the other, you turn right, and your life unfolds completely differently. The only catch? Both versions of you exist in separate realities, but what if you could travel between them? What if you could travel between realities? Now think about this. Could you travel to another version of yourself simply by making a different choice? Could we shift from one reality to another, consciously stepping into a parallel universe where things are just a little bit different? What if every choice, every moment is a potential doorway to another reality? What if we're not just stuck in one reality, but instead moving through them all, experiencing the version of ourselves that has taken the path we're currently on? Could your reality be constantly shifting based on the decisions you make? Could you be living in a version of you that's shaped by every single choice you've ever made? Here's the crazy part. If this theory is true, that means every decision you make is creating new realities, new versions of yourself. The small decisions, the ones you barely think about, those matter just as much as the big ones. Imagine you're deciding whether to take a job offer, to stay in a relationship, to take that leap into something new. In one version of you, you made one choice, and in another, you made a completely different one. And in every version, you're living out the outcome of those decisions. So what would happen if you started making different decisions? Could you consciously jump to a reality where things are exactly as you want them? Or are we all just stuck, living out the choices we've already made? Déjà vu? Now let's get even weirder. Have you ever had a moment of déjà vu? You know that feeling where you're certain you've experienced something before, like you're reliving a moment or walking through a scene from a dream? What if déjà vu is actually a checkpoint? A moment where your current reality intersects with a decision you made in another universe? What if it's a reminder that there's another version of you living out the path you could have taken? Think about it. Maybe you had a dream a while back about a situation you're facing right now, and suddenly, when you're in the middle of it, you get that sense of, I've been here before. What if that moment is your consciousness tapping into another reality, one where you made a different choice? Maybe déjà vu isn't just a glitch in the matrix. It's a sign that you're standing at a crossroads, a decision point that exists across different timelines. Maybe it's the universe's way of saying, hey, remember that decision you made the other day? Well, here's the reality that came from it. Are there good or bad decisions? So it all comes down to one thing, decision-making. But is it really just about the choices we make? What about everything else that shapes our lives? The people we meet, the experiences we have, the emotions we feel? Could those be the things that really define which version of reality we end up in? Is it only about the decisions we're aware of? Or are there deeper cosmic forces at work that guide us through these infinite possibilities? In a world of infinite possibilities, every decision creates a new version of you. Maybe you're not just living in one reality. You're living in a multiverse of decisions. The crazy part is, you might have the power to change your reality, to jump from one version of yourself to another, just by making a new choice. So next time you're at a crossroads, remember, it's not just your future at stake. It's the future of every version of you that exists across all these realities. And maybe, just maybe, you can step into the one that feels most you. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the multiverse, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. I want to hear from you. Have you ever had a moment of déjà vu or made a decision that changed everything? Let's talk about it.